Hello, my name is Hunter, and this is my Week 5 battle against Frank in the IACL Season 2. I am currently 2-2. That's it. I'm just 2-2. I'm tied for number 1 in my division. I need this win if I want to be ahead of my competition. It's just, he has a Lando Eye, and yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna make the title of this video, but just watch. I'll put it on fast. I lead with Drodagon, he leads with Spirit Tomb. I predict him to stay in, so I go for Toxic. He switches into Among Us, probably his wall to this. I should have Stealth Rocked right there. I go into Mega Venusaur, fearing the Spore. He crits me, not really big deal. It just makes me Synthesis, which I guess you could call that a big deal, since I didn't Sludge Bomb. Checking if he has Psychic or Psyshock, I go into my Florges. I see he's the Psyshock set, so I don't want to stay in. I go into Empoleon. He goes into Moongus, not wanting to catch a Moonblast. And then, me fearing Spore again, I switch into Mega Venusaur on the Giga Drain. Then I Sludge Bomb him, he Sludge Bombs me. I do some calcs, find out he's Assault Vest, so that Spore I'm not fearing anymore. And then, right here, I know he's Psyshock, so I go into my Empoleon, because I'm pretty sure I take any hit, and he might have EQ, he might not, I don't know. He light screens. I go for Scald. Do I get the burn? Do I get the burn? Yes, I get that burn! So I get the burn. He light screened. It's whatever. He goes for Wish on the turn, I go for the Scald. And here I think, okay, he's probably gonna think I'm gonna Scald again. He's probably not gonna be fearing a burn on his Lando Eye. He's probably not gonna care about that, and he's probably going to go into it. So that's me thinking I'm predicting him. And I'm gonna go for Ice Beam on this following turn, as it also does more damage to Altarias. It does damage to Amoongus. It should do a decent amount of damage to the Lando Eye. So, does he go into it? Does he? He does! And I go for the Ice Beam, and it does that much, but it's weakness policy. It's weakness policy. And now I lose. 6-0, this thing 6-0s me. So, there's that. I was not prepared for this, okay? Now, granted, I wasn't really prepared for Calm Mind either, which is pretty bad prep on my part. I just expected Rock Polish, okay? Which he told me he was after the match, and he thinks he probably should have Rock Polished after Empoleon died, or before Empoleon died. Except, well, the only thing that would outspeed is this Tornadus T. So in the end, I guess that Rock Polish really wouldn't matter, because he outsped the rest of my team, and I just wasn't prepared for weakness policy. Lando Eye under Light Screen, and with support from Wish Latias. So this thing 6-0s me. I lose 6-0, or so I thought. The following turn after, I get the most game-saving crit I have ever gotten. So I learned last week, okay, I probably want an Ice-type move on Tornadus after I lost to Matt, because I didn't have an Ice-type move for Dragonite. So I put it on this guy just in case for the Lando Eye, and it crits through the light screen, kills him. And that screws Frank so much. His entire team was built to support Lando Eye. Well, not his entire team, but it was really meant for Lando Eye to sweep and win. Now, I said a while ago that Rock Polish probably didn't matter, but it did. It really did. If he Rock Polished, he would have won, no doubt, 6-0, which would have killed me in the inside. Because I would have probably thought, oh man, there goes my playoffs. And because of this crit, which is insane, I feel terrible because, well, he tried. Yeah, right. Yeah, the chat kind of explodes. Torn my baby. I can't stand on this thing. I fear it too much. I go into Dredagon, not fearing a burn. And well, that crit was just, I mean, I don't know what to say. That was the first crit I got all season, I think, by the way. So these next couple of plays are just me playing safe, because I have no reason not to. I go for the wish, I have to protect, even if he goes for light screen here. Diamonds in the sky, I don't know what his full moveset was. But yeah, that icy one was not gonna kill. My plan with the icy one was to slow down his Lando I, so then I could possibly go into Rotom H and perhaps deal some damage, but that really taught me a lesson because my entire team is just special attackers. So it was smart because he didn't bring Reflect, he only brought the light screen, which I had like Dredagon for. I'm also still fearing the Spirit Tomb because that thing can still sweep me with Calm Mind. And well, this thing is giving me problems. This thing especially is giving me problems. I do some calcs. It turns out Sludge Bomb ain't doing much from that Amoonguss. And as you'll see, it ain't over even after that crit. Although it sure does look like it's just gonna be my win. It's still gonna depend on how he uses Infernape, what set Infernape is, how he uses Spirit Tomb if he manages to sweep with it. I figure out he doesn't have a Dragon Stab move on the Latias, which is why I switched in Dredagon. Or no. Here's what happened. I switched in Dredagon, scouting for a Dragon type move on the Latias. Then I double out into Florges, because if he did have a Dragon type move, I'd be immune. If he didn't, he would definitely switch, fearing a Dragon type move. Which, that's how I find out he didn't have a Dragon type move. I do some calcs, I think here. Sludge Bomb did nothing. Barely enough to break a sub. I go into my Tornadus T. And then, you know, thinking about it, he probably was that Babera baby. No, baby. Babera berry for HP Steel Tornadus, which I brought last week against Matt, but I don't know, I didn't ask him. But I didn't bring HP Steel because I thought that would be too obvious since I just brought it for Mega Diancie against Matt. And then here, I'm very aware he's the Psyshock set, and I wanted Rocks up. So I went for Rocks instead of killing, but I kill anyway, so it don't matter. It was a stall game for a while, as you can see, which is why Keen goes over here. Something has died. Has died. Yeah, I bring in Tornadus on the thing. He sacks his Spirit Tomb, which shocked me. And then right here. I didn't know if he was Scarf, or if he was bluffing, or if he was some kind of berry that wouldn't save him. I didn't know anything. So I switch here into my Rotom H, sacking it. He goes for the U-turn. Not sure why. He said after the match he didn't think it would kill. That was why. I go into Florges, and I don't know why. Oh, it's because he went for, okay. Yeah. It was, I thought the Volt, yeah, I Volt switched on a light screen. Okay. So I'm just gonna wish I protect here. He predicts that was obvious. Now watch this. I go for protect here, wanting to scout what he goes for. He goes for Flare Blitz. I'm not defensive, as you'll remember. And then I wish here. He goes for a Flare Blitz that does 75% to me. I am at 83%. And he gets the roll. I don't know what that was. It shocked me. I was like, whoa. I can go into Rotom now. I overheat. This thing lives, which is making it obvious that it's gonna be AB. He poisons me, it sucks, but it's whatever. Whatever. And since it's not leftovers, Diance's not gonna win. And I take the win with an icy wind crit. So yeah, that's another week that Frank lost to Hacks, because he would have beaten Razor if it weren't for that Dunsparce. Which, speaking of Razor and his Dunsparce, I've already battled him, and that will be going up after this, whenever that may be. And it's just one match that I thoroughly enjoyed. I'm not gonna spoil. So that's it. Thanks for watching. I'm now 3-2, +5 differential, top of my division. Playoffs are still in sight.